Greetings and assalamu alaikum. This is your brother, student minister, Dr. Abdul Haleem Muhammad, and this is one black man's opinion. I want to talk to you today about the elements of sustainable and resilient community development. That being said, what is resilience? I've heard the word thrown around, but what does that mean? Well, it has three working definitions. One, there's what is called engineered resilience, meaning the ability of a system to absorb and maintain its identity, its structure, and its function when a disturbance comes. In other words, the ability to bounce back when something happens. Then there's ecosystem resilience, which is the ability of a system to adapt and transform when a disturbance comes and to go to a higher stable state equilibrium. Instead of bouncing back, it actually bounces forward. And then there's what is called evolutionary resilience, which is the ability of a system to change on its own without a linear cause or outside impact causing it to change. I also want to talk to you about a concept called a planner's pyramid. At the base of that pyramid is your economy, your environment, your safety, and your security. When I say environment, what I'm talking about is your development should be environmentally sound, meaning it doesn't hurt nature, but at the same time, it doesn't allow nature or the environment to hurt you, such as the elements that are pointed out in the environmental justice movement keeps you from being harmed by environmental bads. Then it should be economically sound, which is to say that you prepare the residents and the occupants of the community, giving them the capacity to take advantage of the opportunities that come in a 21st century ever-changing economy. Then there is safety. Safety in terms of natural calamities and man-made hazards. We must always prepare for emergency management. We've got to do things that mitigate, that prepare, that respond, and that recover from any type of calamity that may come and harm our community. Another element we need to look at is security. It's not two armies facing one another today. Today, we've got to be concerned with what is called asymmetrical warfare, which is people coming after soft targets or people who are vulnerable to make political statements. So we got to have defensible space. So those four elements that we look at that are at the base of our pyramid is economics, environment, safety, and security. But the capstone of that should be equity. Equity is defined as the outcome of a process that results in the appropriate distribution of benefits and burdens within and across generations. In other words, equity as the capstone of this pyramid should be the mediator between the conflicts that arise because of the priorities of economics versus sometimes environment versus security versus safety. All of these have priorities, and unfortunately, they often conflict. So equity, the appropriate distribution of benefits and burdens, will help mediate those conflicts and those priorities. And it should moderate the behavior of the economics. Your economic system should not destroy the environment. Your environmental concerns should not deny people jobs and opportunities. Your safety and security concerns shouldn't be so overwhelming that you stunt the environmental stewardship or the economic viability of your community. All of this requires balance. All of it requires vision. All of it requires right people in the right places, and all of it requires a plan. So, beloved, we hope that this gives you just a little taste of the elements required to build a resilient and sustainable community. This is one black man's opinion. What's yours? I'm student minister Dr. Abdul Haleem Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.